sandwich between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys. The wait is finally over. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis here on the start of a new NFL season, and we kick it off with a bang on Thursday night.
What's interesting about these Thursday night games is oftentimes we hear people say, is it really fair for players to play on Thursday night? But what did we hear from both of these teams going into this one? How excited they were to have the spotlight on their teams, their franchises, the rest of the league watching them go at it.
With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by their 6'5" quarterback out of North Dakota State. It's Carson Wentz.
He didn't have as many throws or plays in college as many of the quarterbacks that were coming out in the draft, but he maximized what he had. Ended up winning 2 national championships as a starting quarterback at North Dakota State.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Quick throw there out to Jeffrey. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Working from the gun, Wentz. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
Check out! 53's the mic. 53's the mic.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Luck. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. A sack by Brandon Graham. He's been doing that since he entered the league in 2010. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. To throw is Luck. Cooper's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a 1st down. On 1st down, Luck looking deep in the direction of Cooper. That's caught at the 25. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Give them 32 on the play.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover one. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there, and he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. They'll run with Elliott. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. And just 1 tick to go, so this will obviously be the final play of this first quarter. Wentz will try again on 2nd down. And that's complete to Jeffrey. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Mike Thrill, back. 280!
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down now, it's Sanders. Now 3rd down is looming, a pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. Now Wentz on 3rd down. And Jeffrey's got it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Alshon Jeffrey, 52 yards. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Early on, you hit on it. Needing to avoid the big play. Easier said than done, though. There's a big touchdown.
Yeah, the big thing is when he does get his catches, you've got to tackle him and get him on the ground. Obviously, weren't able to do it on that one.
Elliott good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Elliott on first down, going to get about 3 before he's taken down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a play fake, and it's locked. Flushed out right, and he's going to keep it here. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. Clock on 3rd down. He may try and run for this. Luck showing he can be dangerous when he tucks and runs. He's able to pick up the 1st down.
How about that scramble by Andrew Luck? Sometimes we forget just how big, strong, and yes, fast Andrew Luck is. When he came out of college at the Combine, shocked everyone, ran a sub-4 840.
And he grew up a big soccer guy over in Europe, so he knows how to use his feet.
That he does, and I think it has helped his legs along the way as well.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Elliott. The 20. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Zerline good with a PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. So that drive, 4 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Carson Wentz and the Eagles getting set to take over. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field, try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, the little extra determination. He has thrown the touchdown pass. No interceptions for him personally to this point. A reminder coming up at halftime, it's the season debut of the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, as we look ahead to all the action coming up this opening weekend. And of course, we'll also take a look back at this first half. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the 1st at the 32. It'll be a gain of 7, but I'd imagine we'll see the punt team here on 4th down.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play. 21
yards. Well done on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Mike, 53. All right, T, let's turn. All right, T. 11. Hurry.
Here's Locke. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
53.
Here's Locke. It's caught. Cooper. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Now Locke, escaping the pressure right. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Let's go, Mexico! Showing up! Hey, check.
On 1st down, it's Locke. This to Jarwin. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
They're running it. Hey, Alpha. Mike, 53. Mike. You must be getting tired of seeing me. 11B. Let's go.
To the air again. Locke eluding the pressure right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. From 3 yards out. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. 5 plays there on that drive, and it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now wins. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. A final shot before half for Wentz. Looking deep for his tight end Ertz. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we have reached halftime. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Here is Andrew Luck, the focus of our player spotlight. He's had one of those games that any quarterback loves, not only being able to complete some passes, but some deep passes.
And it's pretty to watch. I mean, it's an absolute joy to see, but let's face it, we got to give a little bit of credit where it's deserved, right?
Well, the protection's been great, if that's where you're going.
The protection's been phenomenal, but how about how it's been spotlighted, right? Our producer, Christian McLeod, our director, Kyle Burt, the rest of the crew, what they put together with these images and pictures, If you're an offensive lineman, that's what you're taking with you to contract time.
They're going to have a lot to take to contract time if this continues. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in, as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Elliott. And he's taken down inside the 30. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Check out. Ready. 12. Make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Hey, Seam 6.
Now a first down throw, Luck. And he fires one that's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for them.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Just like that. 53.
They'll go again with Sanders. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. And he'll hit Jeffrey complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he'll take this one down near the 15. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. From the gun, it's Wentz. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Flush to his right. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Now in Arlington, it's the Cowboys with a football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the fourth.
Watch the pass. Slap. Close. Kill. 11.
They go play action here on first down. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
That'll get a little bit back, give him 5 on the run, and they'll be left with a 3rd and 13. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Just heavy on the edges. Mike's 50. 54.
A shotgun snap for Luck. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Back to the air on second down. Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5. Up to the 25-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. And the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. A 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
They go to Elliott again. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Out of the gun, Luck. Throwing middle, and it's complete. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
53, check 53. I'm trying to come
Luck. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
11 V. 54.